Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Abiotic Factor. In the last episode, we squared off against some combat bots in the daylight this time with a variety of various sciencey weapons. And we discovered that the lightning thrower is very dangerous, for me at least, to use against them. That they take a ton of damage from the bolt crossbow, the mag crossbow, and the grinder, but thankfully fall over somewhat easily to electron grenades. 3 of them is enough to down the robot. So when we go over there today, we're gonna make sure we bring such with us. In other news, I figured, we did a bunch of crafting as well. And that about sums it up. It's been one full in-game day since last recorded. The moment I hit the end record button at the end of the last video, fog rolled in. So, well, that means that it's time to get a day done, because there's no way I wanted to fight bots in the fog. I like having a little bit of range on them, as it were. Anyway, to start, I thought we would find Marion and trade for a power cell and a symphonist key. We have an extra ornate key to use. We might as well go ahead and use it, I suppose. And also, we can make another item that'll get us another key. Warren, in the main lobby, will trade for a gate key for a Nyx Shade seed. So let's go ahead and make one of them and get it over to him. We'll start by hunting down some chests, bring them back to the base. I want one additional chest, the gate chest over there. And we can put like our melee weapons in it, I think, is what we'll do, to separate them out of our ammo chest. We have the chest near us, too. And we're not really using for whole much. We also made a pest trap, but we haven't used it yet. I did say we would use it this episode, so I think we will attempt to do so. Looks like we'll need to go back now to the night realm to pick up more night essences. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and start. So, first off, how are my needs? We're okay. Since we're looking for Marion, and I think it's Marion, and I don't know where he's located, I'll have to hunt him down. He will show up where the symphonist chests can be. So to that end, and he tends to show up sometimes in the main lobby. Since we're going to go see Warren anyway, let's go to the main lobby to start and see if he's located there. He's sometimes up here. Oh, I'm just realizing we have all these giant icons pointing me to where we're supposed to go. I wish I could disable those. Yeah, I find it distracting to find them on the screen. Okay, so... Hello, Warren. Gate security key. Well, that's interesting. He'll trade magnetic alloys for nightshade. For night essences. That could prove useful. Now, there's a gate chest right over there, but we'll come back for that. Let's first see if Marin isn't by the entrance to Flat Hill. I was here yesterday, which is why we don't have so many hostiles here at the moment. I guess they're still spawning in. The robots should have respawned. Sorry, I'm staring at the peccary. Should have respawned back over in the hydro plant. Now, I was mentioning, and I think I got it a little wrong, though I am still correct in a roundabout way, that we would be trading for an item, or we could create an item that would allow us to avoid having to fight the bots over there. This is this is true in a way. The Syphilis chest and the Ornate chests have trinkets in them that you benefit from in some way, obviously. The gate chests are similar. Marion's not here. The gate chests have an item that allows you to that will my goodness, Tim. Stopping to think about what you're trying to say is not working out for you very much, is it? The robots will ignore us as long as we possess this item on us. We're gonna check our old haunt. It's been a while since I've even walked in here. And we'll see. Sorry, I saw a telephone, but I no longer need phones. See if maybe he spawned in this area. If not, well, then we'll open some chests anyway. Hopefully we spy him somewhere else out and about. Oh, right, we need this off the stuff outside. I don't see him here. No. Okay. Remember we held up here for quite a few episodes a long time ago? My goodness, it's been a long time. It's so bare bones. We will probably not be coming back here, actually, but I don't have the heart to tear the entire base down. Oh, I missed! Oh, and we can interrupt their charge with the laser beam. Poor Peccary. Alright, well, let's go ahead and open up the gate security chest that's up here. Like the other chests we've opened, there's a few things that are guaranteed to be in this. The trinket I'm interested in. Probably a piece of gate armor, and maybe a pistol.
Access granted.
A security pistol. The security helmet for the gate set. Another security vest from it. A bunch of different ammo kits. And the night pass. The wielder of a night pass is ignored by gate security systems. We are going to take that chest. I just want to put this stuff down here first. By down here, I mean into the cart. We do still want to kill more bots, so we are going to do that in this episode. We need... I think we require 5 total CPUs to make all the things that we're going to want and or need. But I would not mind having 5 extras left over in case the mood hits me to construct things as we go about our day. Alright, let's go get an ornate chest. There's one by the elevators that we saw that I did not open a long time ago. By the elevators? By the lifts down in the manufacturing district. And since we're bringing back this chest, I'm thinking to store other stuff in. We're probably not going to need to take this ornate chest with us, so we'll just leave it here. We learned that we are not fired upon going this way. I think I missed that when we were fired upon. Well, I mean, we weren't a viewer, but I was a long time ago there. Oh no! Oh God! We stepped out of the vehicle and it put us into the air over nothing, and we fell to our death. All right. We lost all our equipment because it fell into the void. Okay. And I don't see a death bag anywhere. Oh, no, there it is. Alright, we'll see if that's by Warren. It probably is. Okay, so first thing we need to do, now that we died, it's been a while since we've died, and as usual, I die from this sort of thing, where the game insta-kills me. I don't die from combat, I die because of bugs. Most of the time. Alright, let's see. We'll drink some anti-juice. Our equipment is also damaged, which is going to be frustrating, but we did find some repair kits in the chest we just opened, so I guess I'm now done. Oh, and I forgot to pick up the chest, right? No, we did bring it. We did get the new chest. Okay, I think we did. Let's find out. I don't remember. Hello, vehicle that killed me. All right, let's see. Okay, you at least now are placing me in the proper spot. We still need all our stuff. Alright, let's see. So first off, let's take all this with us. I suppose we can equip this trinket now. I am very glad, and once again, would not recommend you ever play with everything is destroyed in a game that is in early access for fear of stuff like this occurring. We would have to remake... So first off, we would have lost our trinkets, which wasn't too terrible, but it's still awkward. And we would have lost our hacker. Our keypad hacker is gone. So we'd have to go through the process of making a new one. So do not play this game. Do not play this game with you lose all your items. At least I would not do so currently. We don't have a way to construct that, actually. We do well, hold on. We do. It's located somewhere else. Let's think. Are we going to outfit ourselves? I guess we can wear the gate armor at the moment. This is a suit of armor we can put on. Let's see. So, vest, helmet, armor, legs. Hold the line. You no longer lose any stamina when blocking. I did not even know we lost stamina when blocking. I'm generally not a fan of shields, though, in the game. They're good. And I like using them against the Syphilis in particular when we first were doing that. It was required, more or less, when we first encountered the creature. It's really difficult to do it early on. But my gear now is good enough that we don't even need a shield. So I will tend not to use one. And at 2 pieces, you lose only half normal stamina blocking hit. So it's not really a benefit, like a good set bonus. I guess unless you're, like, tanking. Playing a tank for the rest of your group, I suppose. Let's see. We'll currently put you here. Actually, I shouldn't need any weaponry. But I'll bring something anyway. This might be a gigantic mistake. Actually, it won't be a gigantic mistake. We're gonna go to where we kind of... Where's our death bag? I think that's near Warren. It had occurred to me that when I had... No, it's not near Warren. Maybe it is? Well, we'll find out. When I was talking smack earlier, much earlier, many videos ago, about how I don't understand how people die in this game in combat, because it has yet to occur to me that we've almost died a few times now in the last episode to those robots. It is not near Warren. Oh, it is near Warren. If we had our teleporter equipped, we actually could have teleported back and avoided that death. But I did not have it equipped. All right, let's see. Wow. Okay, so all our gear is busted. We'll just go ahead and now go back home. And we didn't need to wear this stuff. This was pointless for me to bring. So today is not going to be spent recovering from that. I still want to get that ornate chest that's over there. We'll just leave the car someplace where it's safer, I suppose. And it just occurs to me, I'm in the car and I did not equip my teleporter, which means we could die if we get out, it could put us, who knows where it puts us. Let's hope we don't die. Okay, we did not. Alright, so... Anyway, maybe perhaps, it occurred to me, maybe I'm being a little unfair. I've played FPSs my whole life, or whenever I was able to play, the first FPS I played was Hexen. Way back when. Right? Or, but not right, you guys don't know. So that was the case. And, well, viewer, I'm pretty... I mean, I don't want to sound too prideful. There's no way for me to even approach this subject, though, I suppose, without sounding like I am. All right, hold on a second, viewer. Want on... all of that. We don't need this extra security vest. If it is used for crafting, well, I'll hope that we can get a different security vest later. Anyway, I've been playing them for quite some time, and I am reasonably good at them. So, perhaps I should be a little more forgiving to... to developers of the game in my accusations, in my belief that they've made this game too simple at times. It's probably perfect for many people who are... how to phrase this in a way where I don't come off so high and mighty. Could use a little more practice at first-person shooters. This trinket, this one stays behind currently. Oh, I was using the fog lantern. Okay, how about that? We're going to be fighting the robots, I'm hoping, still in this episode. We'll equip Spidey with us. Okay, let's take one of these. Build our chest. Right, and this is where we're going to put a bunch of stuff from the... Hear you. I'm not going to be worried about you. Yep, I have all my defenses I could care to have up. We have an extra pistol that we don't need, so we'll just break that down. Okay, so let's do some maintenance here. I think I want all of my charging kits and repair kits in here. By the way, these do work like duct tape, it turns out. If you have an item that needs charging, you can right-click on it and then click recharge with field battery. So I guess we'll bring one with us, because we're going to be fighting bots soon. Leave all this stuff behind. Okay. Oh, we still have to take a dump. And then I still want to get that chest. So we are going to go back out there again. I didn't think it... I wonder... why did it drop us where it did? I don't even know where exactly we got teleported to. I thought for a little bit we got teleported over the lift that was near us. But we would have hit the ground, not plummeted to our doom, if that had been the case. Oh, I suppose since we just... well, if you just died, Tim, and you're... let me think about this. Now, let's go get the chest first. So, instead of going that way, we will go to the chest this way. Been a while. Actually, I don't think we've ever gone backwards like this to where the synchrotron was. Once again, as I mentioned a long time ago, you cannot get your cart up that way. It doesn't let you. Oh! We left a jump pad here. I'd wondered where it had gone. I forgot that we got the rock. The pet rock. There's a few other places we should probably, or could check. Like, we could spend a day or so, maybe even 2 days, going and walking around the places we've been and seeing if we've actually missed any out-of-the-way places. I can think of a few that we can check that I've checked before, but there was nothing in them before, and I don't think there's anything new in them this time. So the vehicle cannot come up here. You do not have any way to get it up over this little ledge. And I don't think you can even get the speed to get the car up this ramp. It's also a tight fit, so you gotta make sure you get it exactly right. I had built a series of ramps to get up this way in the past, so I could do a whole circuit around the Gate Cascade facility. Alright, that's what we came here for. Alright, well, at least we get more repair kits. The only real thing that was painful to repair was the shotgun. But once again, I keep saying once again. Why do I do that? I do that because, Tim, you have mentioned this thing before, but whereas for me it was probably about a week ago, for you viewers it'll be like a month ago. By the time we get to this video, we're not struggling for repair kits in any way. That used to be something people really complained about, but they've added tons of repair kits. Then again, we are playing on we're playing alone in this game. If we were playing on a multiplayer, if we were playing in a multiplayer game, well, this is a multiplayer game. If we were playing with other people, and I don't have my teleporter selected, so if we won't die, I'm going up this way. If we were playing with other folks, and they were all using equipment, and they were dying left and right, we would run out of repair kits. Maybe I don't appreciate the casuals who play this game. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, with being a casual playing the game, not me insulting potential casuals playing this game. I do find that, you know, now that I think about it, that is something about this game which is interesting to me. And there are lots of things about this game that are interesting to me. But this thing in particular is that the game sometimes looks like it wants to be a hardcore survival game. But then they introduce things that increase the... take that away and make it much more of a relaxing experience instead. An example is the weather mechanic in this game. Originally, you had to just deal with the weather when it showed up. And then they added the buttons to the weather, which made it significantly less difficult to deal with. We could have just gone and pressed a button to get rid of the fog, for example, but we have a house rule. We're not allowed to do so. I suppose an argument can be made that if I want a more difficult game, I should just use these house rules that we have in place. But I do like it if the game itself has those rules as a part of it somehow. Even if I can't say... If I can't... Wait, hold on. How do I want to phrase this? I got confused all of a sudden.
Power services for today will be stopping.
I prefer the option was given to me in the game so that there would be no way I could break my house rule. I would have to follow it 100% of the time. We're doing our best that we can with the rules that we have, but it's still useful to, like, require me to do these things. I really like the increased difficulty that these things, that such adds to a game. I'm not making much sense, viewer. I apologize. I'm doing the whole babble thing again. I probably should stop. Okay, so it took us a day to get this chest. Repair kits. Gate. Sciency. It's gonna be good. And we'll put the grenades back in the other one. And move the bolts into this one. Then again, sometimes they change things in this game in the opposite direction. When soups first came out, they were extremely powerful, and then they tailored them back, and lots of people complained. I expected them to actually put back the way the soups originally worked, but they did not do so. Soups now, they're still very good for what you put into them, the benefit that you get out of them. Right? A single soup gives you 8 servings of it, which will be far better for you to consume once you can learn how to make soups than any of the food you're cooking early on. And then Tim gets quiet because I lost my train of thought as what I was talking about originally. Okay, so let's go fight some bots. We want to kill 2 bots. We should bring weaponry to the task. But while we're over there, I would like to fight other creatures, too. Which is to say, the aliens. I think we'll leave the laser at home. Actually, no, we have a field battery. We should try using it to see how that works. This should be good. Bring all this stuff with you. Really quick, how's our food looking in this? Losing a bunch of stuff. This already expired. Oops, how's our defenses? Defenses are on. Alright, let's put this away. Yep, so I guess we'll talk more about multiplayer and this game and why I'm probably being a little harsh. Or perhaps a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Apathetic? No, that's not right. Because I want the game to be tougher. But I know many other people do not want that. And I feel a little guilty whenever I want something to be tougher and no one else, not many other people do. Though I'm sure there are other people who also want a tougher experience for this game. Also, hold on a second. Are we... Oh, I don't know why I'm running here. We could have taken the tram. Just because I want something does not mean that it should happen. And just because I think a game should be a certain way doesn't mean it should be. That's obvious, perhaps, to most people. But I think many people forget that that is the case. They believe the game should be the way that they want it, and not the way that, I don't know, that it is. And or perhaps nice, that's a load zone fragment. Perhaps they disagree with the developers and complain about certain aspects of the game. And sometimes I agree with those, with the balance ideas and changes that they want. But, I mean, sometimes I don't agree. And with that in mind, whenever it comes to criticizing a game for certain things, I always remember that the game balance is decided at the end of the day by the developers. And in this game, for far more of this game, I do really enjoy very much than the bits of it that I do not like. I suppose that the game also supports modding. That's another reason why I like mods so much. So here's an example, right? The System Shock 2 game. System Shock 2, the original game, is very easy, in my opinion. It's very, very easy. On normal, even hard, I find easy. The game's not balanced so well. Certain weapons are much better than others. Certain upgrades are better than others. Certain psychic skills are always better than others. There are certain things you don't spend any skill points on. If I stop and look at the game, and from a balanced perspective, which I always tend to do for any game that has the option for you to put points or level up your character or have different types of character choices, I do, viewer, I swear I do, look at all of it can tell right away what the best things are. And then I choose not to do them. More often than not. Because I want to be challenged and not have an easy time of it. Oh, you know, I guess a sniper just doesn't come back. He should totally have come back by now, and he does not. This reminds me of... So, okay. A small break from what we were talking about to talk about this. In the past, do you guys remember the snipers that, over by the military, the order-held area, by that long bridge over in Manufacturing West? The snipers there never respawn when you killed them. Then they changed it so that they do. It looks like this guy was removed from spawning. I kind of miss that he was here. It would always be a threat. It would also seem like the Order should put someone here to watch this street. So if this is indeed not a bug, and they did in fact remove him from spawning, this is an example of a change I don't like, because I want it to be tougher. I want him to be sitting here. On that note, we're also playing the game on hard mode, which is something else I forget fairly often. We're not playing on normal, we're playing on hard. There are more enemies, they are supposedly more aggressive, and more perceptive of the human player. And so that's also contributing to the danger we are in when we're fighting the bots, for example. Alright, hold on. Let's go ahead and show you a fear grenade. Maybe we won't have to. Okay, here we go. They get a debuff over their head, and sometimes they won't even. This guy will begin walking away very slowly. Sometimes, though, even though he is afraid, he will continue to do what you just saw. Keep walking towards you and firing anyway. So there. I forgot our grenades. We aren't fighting bots without the electron grenades, viewer. We're just not going to do that, so hold on. We have to go back. I'm not doing that. No way. No way. Most people probably do not even attempt to use the electron grenades. We know they are effective against the bots, so we are going to go ahead and grab them. And as long as we're here, I suppose we'll put some stuff away. Oops, this isn't done. And it won't get done because we're not bringing our vial. There we go. With us. Yes, viewer. Yes, I am pausing to think about how to say the word. Lodestone 2. We did pick up an extra repair kit. Okay. Oh! Should we bring the other crossbow with us? We'll use the grinder for this run. We'll switch out for the crossbow. Oh. Later. We're here. We might as well use the restroom as long as we're back here. I'm pretty bad with some... Oh, actually I'm not that bad, I suppose. But I do find that there are times when I have forgotten something in a survival game back at the base, and I need to go back and get it. And Don't Starve, I'm pretty bad at the... pretty bad? Once again, Tim. You're somewhat bad at it. I'll get halfway to where I'm supposed to be, and then I realize, oh crap, I've brought 2 other things I don't need in my inventory, but I don't want to throw these things out. Or I brought the wrong items with me, and then I have to create something right there on the fly instead. Which always annoys me, it's a waste of resources. So back to difficulty game. Back to difficulty game? Back to difficulty, Tim. My goodness. Because of the various aspects of this game that I find really enjoyable, I want combat to be very difficult too, to make it the perfect game. But as I believe I've mentioned in the past, I shouldn't let perfect be the enemy of good. And this game is a good game. And by making it more difficult, that would also mean that this game couldn't be enjoyed by, suppose, people who really do just want to hang out with their friends, laugh, poop their pants, drink bad soup, and die as a team to a Symphonist or something of that sort. And everyone has different preferences to the things they like in games, and the way that, and even the games they want to play, and how some of those games are even played. An MMO is a good example of this, where certain people play the game for the social aspect, others want to raid powerful dungeons, others just want to sit around and craft. I myself like running around and seeing every single spot I can and try to get into all the places I'm not supposed to be able to get into. And I'm talking about all this because, well, I feel like I should be a little, once again, a little more understanding of players who do not have the same desires that I have when it comes to game difficulty. I also have to remember that even though I don't like some of the changes that the developers have done in this game, making it a little easier, that doesn't matter in the long run. It's also their game to change as they wish. That was my view for Underrail, when Stygian Software made the changes they did to the psionic system. As someone who's worked on a game for many years, My Hero's Quest modifications for that board game, I can sense when a developer is going to make changes to something, and when you are better, your time is better suited for constructive, well-written criticism, like not insulting them or wishing death on the developer for doing a change that you don't like. But especially because it's a freaking video game. But instead, laying out that, hey, I like this, but these things could use some changes. I suppose being diplomatic is what I'm getting at here. It seems like people have forgotten the art. Uh-oh, Tim, this is getting really close. That missed. We got him anyway. Yes! Uh-oh. He's gonna take a fourth. I would say, no, I won't use a fourth. We already threw 4. I won't use a fifth on this guy. Alright, not so bad. Stuff for killing him, and a frag grenade. We'll kill that one too, because we want to cross the bridge anyway. It could be a little tricky. And we don't want mortars, or I think they're actually missiles. We don't want missiles being fired at us, but we do want to get his attention. From what I can see as well, like, they take no damage. From explosives, from what I can tell, right? That missed. Okay, we need him down here. We can't afford to miss again. Down here, sir. I don't know why sometimes they bounce off of him, but that's really annoying when it does. Okay. So we had 3 go awry. Oh god, that's a that's a sniper. That's a sniper. I love stuff like that. Like just when we win, something else tries to kill us. That's fantastic. So that was 9 capacitors that we used. And I always think of the game in terms of how much resources I've spent to do the thing I just accomplished. Worth it. That's far easier than going through all the ammo for our weapons in a different way. Until we get the tier 5 keycard, I don't believe we can get to where some of these snipers are located. Alright, looks like we have some big XORs are back. Oh, since we're here... Oh, you actually turned around! Good for you! I did not expect that. I don't think there was anything in here that we failed to explore except the gym. But I'll tell you now, there's nothing in the gym that I think we need. There it is down there. We do have the area that we need to use anti-thermite on. But obviously we didn't bring it, so we'll have to come back for that later. There's nothing else in this lab that we need. It's actually hard to see these things with our goggles on. Okay, it does work on them apparently. Just bioscrap. The residences are not a place we're able to get to. I wonder if they'll add it as like a DLC or something later on. Or maybe that's part of the last patch that will come out. I see you, old staircase that developers used to put here. Hiding under that staircase.
Next to come. Reporting no target.
Readings make no sense.
You know, with the addition of the lodestone added to the pack rat, that's a sniper. He should be looking this way, not that way, to be honest. Oh! He certainly wishes he could have done that to us. No, it's too precious to use it on just a order troop.
You in death. It gets completed.
Oh. Another Ornate key. We don't really need it, but we have the inventory space, so we'll take it at the moment. Won't budge. By now, I guess you guys do realize, means that we cannot open that whatsoever. There's no opening from the other side. This is just there for show door. There was a sniper in that tower. Guessing, though, based on the fact he's not firing at us, he doesn't have line of sight to us. Hey, sir. You look like a coworker of mine.
I was trying to get down to reactors, but prudence dictated holding up here, as you may imagine. I can only assume you're here to utilize the transmitter for some reason. It appears the radiation is blocking the signal. Perhaps you could devise something to shield it, but I'm afraid that's outside my realm of expertise. The way ahead lies beneath us, I'm sure of it. The reactor sector is the oldest part of the facility. With any amount of equipment we could turn to our advantage, if we can reach it. It's also a labyrinth with access to the rest of the facility and spaces far beyond it. Places these oafs could not possibly know about.
Alright.
Even here, the gatekeepers have a way out somewhere in those depths.
You might have seen that our objectives are over there on the upper left. We will need to make the tier 5 hacking tool, and the diving suit was automatically pinned for us, as we need that to be able to construct the tier 5 thing. The tier 5 hacking suit? A hacker. Did I say hacking suit? I think I did say hacking suit. That's a dead end, Tim. That was a lot of dudes. I don't know why the shotgun is so good against these guys. Their armor makes it seem like it's designed to soak this specific type of damage.
Corey sighted.
Ah, we're getting filled up on inventory, I see. Guess we don't need we definitely don't need these. Sorry, viewer, not doing much speaking at the moment. Trying to think of what else to talk about without sounding stupid, and I can't think of anything I could talk about, or I could talk about, but still, I would still sound stupid. So let's be quiet for a little bit and appreciate the silence. I fully expect to see Dr. Mann somewhere around here. So those are all the things I guess we need to interact with. I heard the Layak around. I don't know where it is, actually. Now we can drop down into this room. There's a robot down there, though, I'm pretty sure, based on what we're hearing. Which means that's as good as us dying. that's death. So we will not head down there. That's an interesting way to have water flow, isn't it? We will see where that goes in a second. The bot can see us outside that window and lob grenades at us if it chooses. So this is a teleporter, viewer. It's a bit of a weird one. And that's how it works. You walk into it, teleports you to the other side of the stream. If we walk back into it again, I think it brings us back to where we came from. I think we might encounter a sniper up here. Good time to take a nap. I feel like we're a bit of a psychopath here, because I think that's a proper term. Hey, we just kill someone and sleep in his bed. We're perfectly fine with this. It's rather disturbing to me. I guess having some grenades on a hot bar is better than having no grenades. Now we did not need the tier 5 hacker for this door. And back here again. Oh, now that I think about it, that's a nice little jump to get past the bots, if you so desire. So corrupt you. I guess we won't need to build that one satellite base that I was originally thinking of. Man, he's really running for the hills. Oh, and he teleported away. We just missed him do it. Anything secret around the corner? Nah, okay. Let's go ahead and use our recharger. Okay, and it fully charges at least our laser pistol, so that's good to know. So we don't need to bring the vial with us if you want to keep things charged on the fly. We can just use one of those. Actually, that's a great use of the Lotaeri essence too, since there's really nothing that you really need it for otherwise at this point in the game. You do need some of it to make the Nixshade seeds, though. I think it's 10 Night Essence and 5 Lotaeri Essence. Good thing whenever this is powered off, this is probably not a place you want to step into. Also, thankfully, it's not filled with radiation. There's a breacher there. Felt like there was another one of these on the other side. Apparently not, though. Okay, so let's deal with this guy. Oh, that did not go far enough. Oh, wait. Oh, he walked into it. Thank you, sir. The AoE on those is a little too large, I feel. Yes, these grenades can insta-kill even breachers. Really, really powerful. But so can mug grenades. They're basically a longer timed mug grenade. That's a guaranteed drop from the robots and a very rare drop from other Order members. Shadowgate Inquiry. Do you have any information about the entities currently immured at Intrados? I believe the gatekeepers are containing something unprecedented there. If the being is what I believe it to be, they are in possession of an extraordinary life form. Although this word is barely sufficient for such a creature. Hell, even creature isn't the right word. That's from Dr. Derek Mans. I have no direct access to Intrados or its subjects. You are aware of this. Derek, are you trying to be deliberately obscure? No, apologies. I just have very little information. Getting data from that facility is like pulling teeth. However, I'm working on it. In fact, if I have my way, I'll be visiting there shortly. Alright, keep me posted. And Derek, I would encourage discretion and caution. The gatekeepers won't appreciate your presence. You know how weird they get around entities like that. 184C. We discovered a new variant of IS-184. It seems to be quite a bit heavier, sporting some kind of carapace shell. Or something even harder. It's essentially the same morphology otherwise. Attach a pic of the sighting. Jesus, how many more of these things are there? I don't know if there's a limit. Everything we've been learning suggests they can evolve as needed. You're suggesting something like evolution on demand? How could that even be possible? If it's the data, that's all I'm saying. We haven't seen this thing before, and I haven't seen this either. Assuming this is like a head or a face? I don't recognize this. Oh no, this is the side of it. It looks like it's made of rock or something, though. This isn't the XOR I'm thinking it is, the one we've seen recently with the red markings. That's a new one I have not seen yet. Sky beams? AJ, you asked for my assessment of 177? I'm afraid I didn't come up with much to bank on, but I'm happy to provide you with my theories. Eleanor, your theories are always welcome. Give me your thoughts. Alright, so we've analyzed the EM recordings Riggs' team managed to gather. This thing was definitely transmitting information. It's pretty scrambled, but there's zero possibility these patterns are accidental. We're certain that this is a repeated phenomenon, and I'm speculating here, there are many other reports across recorded history that are likely to be descriptions of this phenomenon. And the theory you mentioned, where do you stand on that now? Yes, I believe it's a preparation. Another group or entity is attempting to create gateways into our world, just as we are from this end. I think they've been trying for a longer time, and we must assume they have had some success. If I'm right, then we have a problem. The kind you'll probably want to involve our contractors in. I'll send through my report shortly. Thanks. I'll need to put this in front of the exec, so one more question. If you had to guess, I won't hold you to it. Have you drawn any conclusions as to the origin of these perforations? We tried matching decay signatures. It wasn't exact, but I'd say there is a significant probability that this one was coming from A2. So where the XORs come from.
My concerns about our experiments with temporal perforations are increasing. Causality is even more fragile than we imagined. Unless someone can assure me that they know what they're doing, I may have to put gate efforts in this direction on hiatus.
That's where we came from. We have another 40 minutes in game time before we want to head on back. We're probably safe up here. Explore this side of this, whatever this is, electromagnetic tower? This looks like an electrical tower. Electrical tower? Not a tower. I don't know what I'd call this. Generator? Generator. Let's go with that. I'm sorry, machine. I need your guts. And since we're here, there's likely to be another one of those other... Yep, whatever these things are. Nope, got no clue. Whatever it is, though, we're filling our pockets with the remains of it. Lenora, I suppose, was correct, at least on that point. The best science is done by breaking things. Alright, let's go back home.
Electrical systems will be powering down shortly. Please prepare all critical systems for offline operation. Have a safe and secure evening.
Where I work, we do not power down systems very often. You leave them on at all times if you can. Power downs, well, so there's like 4 or 5 scheduled power downs throughout the year for like the entire facility. But most of the time, we just leave things up and running. can be a little hectic to suddenly have to fix networking or figure out what hub you forgot to power on if you're having an important test the next day. Okay, let's stand on our sorter. Okay, put the ammo away. And what is next, Tim? We got yet another key. So, viewer, we need to farm a little, unfortunately. We need more... I guess we don't need them at this moment, the CPUs, but we should probably go and kill some pests to get more capacitors. Let's get some ear drink and we'll head on over. To the adjustment wing and try to kill another 6 or so pests. We'll bring the same weaponry, then we'll mix it up and go back over to Hydro. Actually, or maybe we should, maybe we should go swimming. You wanted to show a pet pest, Tim. That's going to be super awkward to do. Okay, but we can do it. So, okay.
Warning.
Oh!
Biological
Well, I'm lucky we came back here. I forgot this was the thing that was happening this evening.
personnel.
Although normally I would want the meat from that. I'm a little worried if I run over there, what the bot will then decide to come out of that. So, and I'd rather spend the time. Hold on. We're not ready to do this. I would rather spend the time getting over to the adjustment wing, Tim says, as he doesn't get over to the adjustment wing. We need some food for the pest.
Preparations will be resetting in 3,
I guess we can just use
1. Reset complete.
some of that. I think that will work. We don't need the metal there from that robot that badly, and everything I continue to do in this area prohibits me from getting the thing done that I want to get done, so let's head over here to the adjustment wing. I have noticed I'm down 1 healing hypo, so we will go ahead and make another one of them. Now that I think about it, Tim, there's several pests inside the apartment complex. So first off, if the pest is aware of you, you cannot get it trapped. So this one just has to die. An electro-pest is too dangerous as a pest. That was a normal one. It's too dangerous to have it as a pet. If it does decide to attack something, because your pets will help defend your base, it will damage. I think it will damage everything around you. When we first started playing this game, by we I mean me and my brothers, my brother Joe had like 20 pets. And I forbade him, when he eventually got an Electropest, from moving the Electropest into the base. It was already messy enough with that many pests around. They don't, once again, they don't require any maintenance, or at least they did not used to. They wouldn't do anything to the base, but it was kind of adorable to see so many of them running around. Although it was a little much. I hear the Layak. I want that one too. I think we're wearing... Yes, okay. We are wearing the thing that makes it so that wherever direction I'm actually facing, we should have vision on the Layak behind us, assuming it's there. Is it working? I don't think it's working, viewer. It's hard to tell. No, it is. Okay, it vanished when we weren't looking at it. Okay. I love watching the combat occur between the aliens. Okay, it killed that one killed a zombie. Alright, so that's what we came here for those 3 pests. It's only 3 capacitors, but every capacitor matters. So we'll go back down the stairs. If the other pest is looking through the door, we can set up the trap, open the door, and try to get it out of its line of sight. Alright, so it is. Okay, so it's looking through... Oh! It was looking through the door. Is it still there? Okay, it's hopping around. So let's go ahead and set this up. Alright, we got it. Now, if you just let it out, it's hostile. So we have to feed it. There we go. We'll give it one more. Yeah, there's some hearts. Okay. I think it's friendly with us now. We can rename it. What should we call this pest? Bouncy. Okay. So now we can release that. So we can't carry the pet in this trap. So we release it, and we have it follow us. Come on, little guy. We'll feed you again. Oh, 4. Yeah, it doesn't like the pickaxe as food. Come on, little guy. Then we got the... I don't think he's fast. He doesn't roll on the ground, which you'd think they would roll. I mean, that would probably make them a lot more difficult to deal with. Also, because they would chase you much more effectively. And we'll get him into our base. Oh, little guy. Adorable. I was hoping that there would be a way to evolve them into a peccary, and then potentially even an Exor. But if there is such a way to do so, it does not exist, as far as I'm aware. I had hoped, and I think I mentioned, that a recommendation, an idea I had, a suggestion, that's what I want. A suggestion that I had for the pets here is that when you feed them, you can get poop from them, so it's not as super important that you monitor your own waste products. It would just make sense to me that this would be the thing you could do with these. Kind of like having, I suppose, like your own private beefalo. This is the first pest I've had as a pet in a long time as well, viewer. My brothers and I gave up on really using them after that first experiment, that first time we were playing together. So we're gonna bring him home. We'll set up the trap, and we'll see if he's content here. He should be. He may have decided to go back into the base, though. I don't think our traps will target him, because I think he's a friendly. So this will be really disappointing if he's killed immediately by our very ineffective disc turrets. But it will also be hilarious. Okay, all right, he's not firing at it. Where do we put him? Ooh, we got a little guy. The pests will eat the antivirus wheat, and they'll eat nachos. They might eat other things. There have been several other food items released since the pest has been out. I guess we'll keep them in the living room. There you go, little guy. We can allow, let's pet him. Good job, you made it. There you go. Alright, let's allow cage return. Now he may not go back into the cage, because we packaged the cage, so he may become confused. Stop following. Oh, okay, very good. And he's quite content in there, actually. There are some animals that are perfectly happy inside a cage. It's a really small cage, so I feel really bad about it. But I'm going to pretend he is quite content. Please don't tell me that he's actually upset in there. You guys might remember, wow, almost 2 years ago, I had some... Was it really 2? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? No, it was a year ago. No, it was 2. It was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I had that stray cat and her kittens in my backyard. And when I eventually got them into the house, after getting them used to me, establishing some trust, and then trapping them, which is awful. I felt awful. I was going I'm going to betray your trust in order to make sure that you get better lives going ahead. Anyway, I'm making this short story rather long. The kittens were placed into a rather large cage or pen. Probably about the size maybe of like 2 of these side by side, and maybe a little taller. It was a pretty big pen, but it was still a pen, and I didn't like that they were in there. So, but they were completely content in there, from what I could tell. After the first day, the first day there was lots of little meowing, and they didn't want to be in the cage. And I was like, I have to leave you in there. I have to, because I can't let you out and run around the entire house. We have to do a bunch of stuff with you little kittens first. Like seeing a vet, making sure I get the proper medicine for them, all sorts of stuff like that. Anyway, I felt really guilty that they were in there for the time even that they were in there for. I eventually gave them the entire room after only 2 days. I think I have videos of me showing off the house, I think, and where they were and so on. They were in what was going to end up being the kitty litter room. When I let them have the whole house, I then converted that back room to this litter room. The pen just had a small litter box in it. I knew nothing about cats, but it seemed like the small litter box, which would be about the size of, like half the size of one of these for 3 kittens, felt like it was too small. So the next day, I before they were even out of the pen, I went and picked up like a larger litter box. I began like planning ahead to have them in the house. I think it's called, or it's known as catifying the house. So cables went over everything. Childproof locks went on all the cabinets. All my wiring was, I put this special, like, ribbed cabling on to make it unappetizing for them to eat it. All the sockets got childproof covers put on them. All sorts of stuff like that happened everywhere. The entire house got cleaned. But I still didn't let him out of the back room in the end. Or rather, I'm sorry, I did in the end. But it waited a bit longer. Mom was brought back. She was spayed and neutered and then was going to be given up for adoption. But she had a clogged mammary gland. So she needed to effectively, the kittens need to drink from it. Mom's milk. In order to fix that problem. Which they did. But it meant Mom got to live in the house also. Which is what ended up happening for the next 2.5 months. The original plan was to release them all back out into the wild when Mom got back. And that totally didn't happen. And in the end, I guess it was very good it did not happen. I got to really enjoy having pets here for a little bit. I got to learn what type of person I am. I understand now, in particular, why people are so protective, or can be so protective of their children, in particular. I mean, pets and children are different, obviously, but they're also somewhat the same, taking care of something that depends on you for its life, effectively. Food, caring for it, and so on. And bring him to the vet, trying to give him medicine, not being able to, I guess it's a little worse for pets, because I couldn't explain to the poor kittens why I was doing the things I had to do to them. Trying to give them eye drops, feeding them foul-tasting medicine via a syringe. It was bad. But they put up with it. And I found ways to help them deal with it. The worst was poor little Rumor, trying to give her eye drops. I was so bad at it. Bad at judging when the eye drop would go in her eye. She'd freak out when it hit her face, and she would try running and hiding. I didn't want her becoming afraid of me because I needed her to like humans, since I was going through all of the hematology tests at the time, which would end up diagnosing me with cancer. Where are we going, Tim? That's a good question. We're kind of done with the apartment complex. But I think there's a little bit of stuff over there. I just went over here thinking I'm going back there again. I guess now we are. We'll hunt down more pests, electropests, for parts. Capacitors. Anyway, when I began to realize that it was likely going to be leukemia that I was going to have, and that's what it was, I began reaching out for help to find rescues that could take them. They were, and the people who showed up, like, that I eventually, like, I got to meet. They helped me. Well, helped me. They did help me, actually, quite a lot. But they were really impressed with how well acclimated I had gotten all of them to be amongst humans, just in general. They were still very afraid of anyone who wasn't me, but I think that's normal cat behavior based on what I've seen. Most cats don't seem to like visitors. If it's not their human, they would rather not see it from... Well, I guess it depends on how socialized the cat is. My cats only trusted me. But I guess that's not true. The kittens' names were Button, Sentry, and Rumor. Mom was Oreo. They were all tuxedo cats, and all of them were girls. Oh, we're going the other way, Tim. Well, we're going both ways. Heh. I remember when I was trying to sneak going out into the yard to water my plants, because I originally didn't want to really care for them too much, and I was curious if they would find food on their own. But once I started feeding them, they would hang around, of course, the house. Like, here's a source of food. And to be fair, it's tough to find food in this neighborhood. It's also kind of dangerous. And Mom brought them to my house. She did not have them here. She brought them here, which meant that wherever they had been originally, what ended up wasn't too safe. So I would go out the back of my house to water plants, or the front of my house, and I tried changing it up on occasion, but Mom, Oreo, would hear the back door open, and sure enough, like, run back there to look at me. And that was enough to make me cave to want to feed them some more. My goodness, the cost of cat food to feed 3 kittens and 1 mom was very expensive. I did not really appreciate how expensive it was buying food for so many. In any case, what was I trying to get at there? Oh, so they began to hang out in the front yard. So COVID was happening, obviously, at that point, only a few years ago. And I was lucky enough to work a job where I can work from home. As a computer programmer, I can do everything I do here at home, or most of the things I do here at home, at work, sorry. I do most of the things I do at work at home. I don't need to be physically at work to program. In fact, it's easier for me to be, we're going all sorts of tangents. It's easier for me to be home and work on my code, because I can use an IDE like IntelliJ here. Work has banned most IDEs, except for really awkward ones that don't work as well. So it's very frustrating to go to work to code these days, depending upon the type of software or language I'm using. In any case, so my car would always be in the front yard, in my driveway, and the cats would just be under the car. So one day I was like, oh, I gotta go out and get I was going to go out to a place called the Funny Farm, where I was looking for help in trapping the cats. This would be before I met a really nice lady named Flo, who would end up being the girl who would bring the traps over, explain what we're going to do. We set them up, we got the... Do you mind? Where did you even come from? I don't think this is working. I don't think the sensory companion works as well as advertised. Anyway, I had gone out to the car and I checked under the car just to make sure, like, okay, are there any cats under here before I start the car and potentially run one over? And that's when I saw, much to my absolute horror, little Rumor's foot go up into the undercarriage of the car, into the engine. I never thought that they could do that. And from that day onward, of course, I would check the engine of the car. And one day I found all 3 kittens on the engine when I opened the hood. They all, like, blinked, looked up at me because they had been asleep, and then panicked. I'm like, oh, this is the giant thing that feeds us twice a day. And then they all ran. Well, scoot away would be more appropriate. A hefty distance, and then they just watched me. I was a little too close for their comfort. Anyway, getting Rumor out of the engine was fun. I thankfully had some spray bottles, so I emptied one out, thoroughly cleaned it, put some water in it, and just sprayed at her. She was staring at me from a place I couldn't possibly reach her, looking at me like, you can't get me here. And I'm like, you're right, I can't, but I can make you think I can. I miss them so much. It was so precious to watch them get used to a human. And even though I knew it was going to be very painful, and it was one of the most painful weekends I had when they were finally all gone, I wouldn't change it up for the world. It was wonderful. Okay, so down here we have a sow, we have electropests, and we have the large Exor. I guess shotgun justice to start. And we don't see any of the big hostiles. We hit that one. Oh no. Well, I'm glad that happened then, as opposed to, first off, killing us. I did not think that was even a thing that could occur. We can fall through the elevator as it's riding up, apparently. Here just for the electropests. We're getting radiation because we're close to the big guy. All of this because we want these capacitors, viewer. So here's an example of something for this game I don't like. Mug grenades require 1 mug to make 3 grenades. The slushy grenades require 1 slushy to make 3 of them. The capacitor grenades? 3 capacitors. Like, really? Why is that not 1 capacitor? Why does it require 3 capacitors? I think we see the reason why. It's super strong. Or can be against the right enemies. Yes, your spine. Okay, I don't know where you went. You're not here. I'm not gonna worry about you. Oh, I brought back the... Okay, hold on. I'm about to say, I brought back the exo arms and it didn't make the weapon, which means that now the durability for that potentiality is ruined. Alright, but we have a way around that. We can kill this giant one and get its arm. Just don't step on the sword or Tim. I guess we'll get some more meat. Oh, I don't know where it went, by the way. It might have gone to a different room altogether, in which case it's oh, it went in there. All right, forget it. We can't kill that one. That's awkward. And now I kind of want to kill one now. I know of another one we can kill, though this might end up well, being rather difficult if it calls in backup. We also wasted all the ammo now on that one. Oh, that's interesting. So they don't hurt themselves. I'm not above doing this. Oh, that's what I was worried about, that we get a second. I don't know if we can handle 2 of them. It's a grenade. All right, not bad. Took quite a bit of work. Oh, come on! Ah, bio scrap. That sucks. All right, well, there's another one here, so we'll go. This one. I don't know if this one was the one we were focusing on earlier. Probably not. Oh, that's a really bad position for us. Alright, that one was one we were hitting earlier. Okay, very good. Now it's dead. Alright, please not bio scrap. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, let's go back home. capacitor gathering episode. Okay, let's break down all the meat we don't want. Quickly put the arm away. There we go. That's how you save a bunch of arms, in case you were wondering. Okay, we don't really need to use military electronics to repair this. We can just use duct tape. It's far more well, it's not more efficient, but it's a better thing to use. We have a single milk gland. Can break down another fire extinguisher. Oh, we have another fire extinguisher. Didn't realize we had a second. Some more canned peas. Okay, so let's take a nap. Been an exciting episode. A lot of random chatting about things I guess that don't really matter, as opposed to stuff happening in game. And we didn't make. Well, we did explore the secured electromagnetic, the reactor. And that, I guess that had to get done so we could learn about the radiation dampener that we need to make. Okay, we are still filthy, so let's go ahead and... Oh, take a dip in the pool. I removed that one cloth rope that led down there. That's no longer required, now that we have the... I guess it was never really required the moment we built these. The moment we built the jump cable. Well, actually, I think that you built the cables, simply put the rope down. So that rope was really more or less just a convenience thing than something you really needed to put there. Huh. That's too late now. Let's go ahead and make a health hypo that I mentioned I did. I realized I was down one, but I forgot to make one anyway. Okay, so can we make that diving suit now? Let's see. Oh no, we made one already. We have one already. Okay, right. So let's unpin this. So I don't think we go out there yet, right? It's 7:20 p.m. No, and I think this is the third day, so I think we're done with this episode once this is. Once this day is done, that will be 3 days. So we'll be done with this episode. All right, let's see what else we can craft while we're here. Then, not making a hot wire kit. Do we make the portal toilet? I don't really care about this. The most technologically advanced solution to an everyday problem requires lasers to function. No, then we're definitely not making this. We don't have a way to emit lasers at the moment. Neutrino emitter? We haven't seen any of these yet. We'll find them soon enough. I guess it's gonna be one of these. Oh no, it's probably hydro. We still can't make that. The jetpack. So probably a motor. I'm guessing a power cell. Air compressors? Looks like it has 2 of them on the back. Transformer bushing? Not a power cell. Is it an energy brick? We'll eventually get it correct. We'll run out of choices eventually. Said eventually twice there. We could make one of these. I'll show you how it works.
Power services for today will be stopping momentarily.
No, it's already near the end of the day. We'll work on that later. We will, though, make the quill rifle before the durability on one of those arms gets any lower. Reinforced CPU, I think, is required for one of these. Military electronics and ethanol? No, Kelvinar. All right, the quill rifle. needs specialized quills to fire. So we can make some secret quills. Why not? We'll make 10 of them. We have plenty of material for this. It has, let's look at its damage really quick. That'll explain everything. 35 damage. So, not terribly powerful. And generally, it will take half the clip, 6 shots or 6 to 8, like 6 to 10 shots to kill an order soldier. Unlike other weapons, the Seeker quills will also kind of not ever hit the head. They're going to go to the center of mass on a target, which means that unlike something like a pistol, where 4 shots to a Marine in the face will down them, you're going to use more quills to down any target whatsoever. So I don't know if this is actually worth using compared to most other what I would consider light weaponry. But it does do more damage than the crossbow, the normal crossbow you built a long time ago. And we'll go ahead and give it a try for a little bit. Let's see. I guess we can leave the shotgun behind. Oh, we have tons of shotgun shells. No, we should keep using the shotgun. We really should. I have so much ammunition for it. Alright, let's make more quills.
So I was pumping iron the other day.
There we go. 2 full stacks plus a fully loaded quill rifle. We'll go through that ammo extremely quickly. But it'll be fun to use this weapon for a little bit. We can put away our laser rifle, our laser pistol. Guess we'll grab some grenades. We're gonna be underwater. I guess we'll take Kyrospheres. Let's use the bathroom really quick. I guess we can also spend this time setting up a getting a crafting station prepped.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
Oh, I hear you. I have not been impressed with this trinket for the creature, so we're going to leave the sensory thing behind. We will take the night pass with us, though, and I guess the sigil of the hearth, since we have 2 of them at the moment. Actually, why, Tim? That's not a reason to take one. Trade one. Trade one away. Take the Spuddy with you. Okay, so 11:40 p.m. Oh, right. Okay, so I want to make another crafting station. Where are those again? It's in here somewhere. Here it is.
Boy, I hope it's Pizza Friday.
And even though we won't really benefit from it too much, we're going to put a few upgrades into this thing. We can make an energy brick easily enough. We have plenty of hearts, which is why I'm willing to do this. So we can go ahead and upgrade. I like to draw everything in around it. Oh, but it has to be plugged in for that to work.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
And you know, viewer, by the way, just as a heads up, when I built this base a long time ago, we put this here to suppress any pests from growing in this room. But in the other multiplayer server I have going, with me and my brother Joe, no pests have shown up in this room, despite the fact that we lack a crafting bench. So I think they extended the range at which the suppression occurs. In some areas, at least. In any case, that's my saying that we'll probably take that bench down in the future. That's back there.
Say, how about a few brewskis after work?
So what we can do... There you go. Is plug you in. We'll take a dioxide healer on it. I'm looking at these other upgrades, like, we can afford it. We don't really need them, but we can do it.
So I was pumping iron the other day.
Sure, why not? We have plenty of supplies. We're not putting them to use for a whole lot of anything else. Alright, there we go. So, we can drop this out there. Out there? So we now have a way... We have a crafting bench we can... Oh, potentially portal to. We'll need to be able to portal to it. We don't have another teleporter, so let's go ahead and make one of
You know what they
those.
say, buy low, sell high.
We also need a battery for it, so let's go ahead and get one of them assembled. And I said we needed a personal teleporter. All right. That's quite a bit of weight. All right, viewer. So in the next episode, we're going to try swimming and seeing if we can make it out to that structure we saw in the distance. Let's begin prepping for that. We'll need some goggles. And we'll need the swimming suit. And that should be about it. And hopefully we make it out there. We are going to be a little overburdened. We don't need, I guess, all of these discs. I don't intend to fight anything on the way there. Actually, yeah, I don't intend to fight anything over there. Or on the way. If we meet the gigantic creature in the water, we're not going to be slugging it out with it. We're going to be running from it. So we'll leave our weapons behind.
Alert.
If we make it out there, I will say that there is a power outlet somewhere on that giant building we saw in the water. Then we'll be able to simply hook this up, attune this to it, and then port back to our base, leaving the swimming suit behind, and freeing up more inventory, and then prepping for the actual adventure we have over there. It is a bit metagamey though, Tim. Yeah, well, it'll be fine. It's just this once. Or 8th time. However many times it's been. Are you doing it now, Tim? Want to record one more? Make it another 2-hour episode? We're getting so many 2-hour episodes. I feel like this is too much. But I guess we'll do it. Why not? One more day. Let's do one more day. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound sad. I'm not sad. But I could be recording something else. But I'm too addicted to this game to do so. Okay, so we don't even need this weapon with us. We should bring something though, Tim, just in case. Bring the cool rifle with you. And the sword. Alright. We have both teleporters, one that's not hooked up, plus this one, the crafting bench. Do we have enough weight capacity to carry a chest with us? We do. Okay. We'll bring that with us too. Alright, viewer. Let's go ahead and go swimming. We will explore the lake a little more fully after we set up our base out there. Now, I am going to do this, I'm going to do a bit of metagaming because I know where to go. Or at least, I kind of know where to go. Oh, wait. We're not really ready. We're not really ready. There's a thing we forgot. We need a flashlight. We've read a bunch of notes and emails that have said how dim it is down there. And since we're not having a head slot dedicated to any sort of light, we need a flashlight to see down there instead. So let's go get one. I think I have one left I've been holding on to for exactly this reason. remember how nervous I was swimming in the lake for a while, but I never saw the thing until my 7th or 8th time out in it. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, there is a gigantic scary monster inside this place. The emails gave me a sense that it's not hostile, or potentially not hostile, given that Dr. Mance is warning people not to swim alongside of it, which makes me think more it's like a whale than, say, a gigantic shark or the like. It looks a bit like, oh, I forget what the shark's name is now. It has no eyes I can remember seeing. Actually, we shouldn't even describe it. We'll just say that, which is pretty horrifying in itself, I suppose. And I'll wait to describe it more. Actually, we won't even describe it unless we, well, we won't have to describe it because we'll see it out there, maybe. I've seen it, I think, 2 or 3 times in the total amount of times I've been in this lake. And it had been some time since, once again, since I had first seen it. And after I saw it, I became far more nervous about it being in there than when I wasn't sure if it was there or not. Obviously, like, I suppose that makes sense. If you don't know it's there or not, you can at least convince yourself it's not present. But it is out there. And I've heard that it can kill you with a single attack. Which would not surprise me, given what I know of it, based upon what I've seen of it. Alright, so let's make sure that we don't have... I feel like I'm forgetting something. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Let's make sure the sniper isn't here first. Okay, he's not here. We'll go down to the water's edge, and down we go. That was fun an episode or 2 ago, where we used the jump pad to get to the on the other side of these places. I guess it was expecting us... Well, so we can get into these via teleporters, similar to the one we took over in the... whatever that was. I'm going to keep calling it the generator? The generator. Alright. That's the thing we're interested in reaching. That's a long way away. And there's a big thing in the water. Hopefully it won't cause us too much trouble. If it does, that will still be fun. Alright. Here we go. Alright, there it is. There it is. We can see the butt of it right there. See it? That's it. It is moving pretty quickly. It is turning around. Let's go down. As low as we can go. And hopefully it doesn't decide to investigate us. That was it. You saw it, viewer. Oh, this is a dead end. Oh, this is not where we want to be. If it decides, if we're going to be eaten by it, I would like to record it on camera. So we can get, this merkweed down here. I guess we'll pick up a bit of it. I can't believe we saw it immediately. I'm kind of horrified that it was right there, too. Interesting. You need quite a bit of merkweed, actually. I think it grows back, also. And hyperdense neurochips. This is supposedly left by the creature that we saw, I think. Unless this was a different creature that spawned this stuff. And there's actually 2 monsters in this, but I don't think that's the case. Without the lights, this is what we get. Which is a lot harder to navigate by. We're almost out of oxygen already. Despite the fact we're wearing our suit. But I know where to go. Oh, it's blinking. That's particularly bad for us. We should just barely make it. Okay. We made it into the structure.
Access for Cascade staff to IS-134 has been severely limited. Management at Boussoir, such as it is, have elected to fortify a mountain and lock the creature deep inside, seemingly in order to forget about it. This is a shame, given the entity's unique place in human history. However, as sightings continue, I admit with some indulgence that it may not be the only one of its species. I would love to get one here for direct study.
As we can see based on our breath and the snow that's around us, we are likely to have to begin worrying about the cold, especially when we go into that portal.
Ne tirez pas!
Alas, I cannot understand French, which I believe is what this girl is speaking. That's the game telling me that there's something down there I can actually interact with. What the heck just happened there?
Je suis passé par le portail depuis vos soirs. Les soldats n'étaient pas ceux qui semblaient être. Ils tuaient tout le monde. Je me suis échappé de justesse.
Yeah, the subtitles don't really help.
Je pensais qu'on était en sécurité ici. Mais à te regarder, apparemment pas.
Yep, I agree. Alright, let's set up a base. So there should be an outlet somewhere here. I hope there is, at least. There is one. I will leave one here for thematic reasons. Let's go ahead and set up this. I hear you. You're kidding me. Hello, Lucy. The faster you go away, the faster we can continue the rest of this adventure today. We won't have time to really go into the portal today. We'll do that the next episode. I mean, we could, but we're gonna be there for a while. Oh, this is all... Oh, no, Tim, it's not skewed. This is curved. Alright, let's set it kind of in this... Not really a corner, but there. I want it powered all the time. Oh, we have to build it first, Tim. Yes, that would help. Alright, not bad. Now we sync our new teleporter to it. Let's give it a name. What should we call it? I was using names from a game called Rain World for my bases, the names of the zones. One second. Can I find... What are the names of these zones? Regions is what they're called. Oh, okay, we'll name it Shoreline. I was trying to remember what the name of that place was. Okay, there we go. And now we sync our teleporter to it. Now we can always come back here. And now we can go back to our normal base after we build this here. Not that we'll probably ever need this, but we have a few extra chests. Alright. Back home with us. It's a bit awkward to carry around the swimsuit there. It's a heavy suit. Well, 4 weight? I guess that's not that heavy. But it takes up a spot. You're going to have the goggles with you the first time you're out there, too. And I'd rather not have those on me when I'm exploring a portal world, on the off chance that we don't need them. And, well, I guess I'm ruining this, but we do not need them where we're going. Now, Merkweed is interesting. We can't grow it ourselves. Oh, Merkweed, and the comment says, some call it dimweed. We can't even salvage it. But we can make things out of it with the crafting table. But you need quite a bit of it. 12 of it to make a raw nori sheet tray. And 4 of it to gain a roasted nori snack. Actually, no, we don't even know what we need for this. That's probably this tray. And I think this works in a similar way to how, like, the pizza works. So we make this first. And then we can place this somewhere. Do we cook it? Oh, do we put it in the oven? It's an oven thing. We have this strange reservoir growth. It looks electronic to me. So I guess we'll put it into our electronics. I guess this other mercury can go over here. Ooh, we are very thirsty. We have antijuice. We're tired. It's a good thing never do a portal world when your stats are so low. You might not find a place to sleep or what have you, and if you didn't bring anything like a toilet with you, that would also be bad. So let's talk about this place a little bit, really quick, because okay, let's just say a few things. So it used to be that there was no toilet in the place we were going to. But where we're going to is another gate facility, and quite a few people were like, why is there no toilet here? How did anyone use the bathroom located here? Which was, I think, a valid complaint. They have added a toilet here since then. I normally would want to bring one with me, but we won't need one where we're going. That's a fancy way to say that I've been here since the last time I was here, which doesn't really help you any, Tim. Why are you phrasing it that way? That was stupid. What am I trying to say? When I first began recording this playlist, I had not been back to this location since the last time I had been there prior patch. But I have since now been there. And so I do, now that I know that this change is one that exists, I do not need to worry so much about our bathroom needs. Let's get that before it goes bad. And now we place this. There we go. Colorful Mackie plate, anti-Mackie. Is that how you say it? We need any fish fillet, raw, some rice, and a nori sheet. Oh, you know me, viewer. I love making foods. We have well-cooked inkfish. Okay, we can't use this. It has to be raw fish. I guess we could just go fishing really quick right here and make some of that. How's our rice holding up? Rice is in pretty good shape too. Yeah, why not? Let's do that really quick. What time is it? It's already 3 o'clock. We're done for the day. It's just, I work like this in real life too. All right, so do we have a fishing pole down there already? Oh, we have a flashlight with me we don't need. With the major reason why we need a diving suit now also completed, I think we can probably begin investigating some of the other water-bound areas that require us going deeper than I would normally like. So maybe next episode we'll double back to where we first drained the lake. The area that was flooded with water that prevented us from accessing the hydro area. And we'll swim around there and see if there is anything there. We can also go back to Canaan and see if we can swim around in some of its pools of water, if there's anything in there. I've never tried fishing over there either. Oh, and a heads up, I did attempt to fish in lava. out in the myco fields. And it can be done. So there might be a special fish you can get out there. I'm only aware of a handful of fish. I still want to spend like an episode fishing everywhere, just to see what we can actually get. Okay, there's our one antifish. And break this. I think you guys would just be bored if I was to do nothing but fish for an episode. Okay. So now if I go here, we can cook one of these. And it's eaten just like this, right? You don't cook it. Yep, that's correct. Oh, but you place it like a in this game. Okay, gotcha. So it's placed like a pizza or something. And I guess you take out each individual roll and eat it that way. That's kind of cool. I like that. I always thought you could make sushi in this game, but you weren't able to, at least as far as I could tell initially. Well, I guess we'll say this too, because we're talking about things that I know that we haven't seen, but I know they exist and what have you. There was a fish that used to exist the moment IS-91, Lucy, the Layak, showed up. But I haven't seen it since. Like, since this patch, it's like, it's just gone. It was a one-eyed squid that could show up sometimes. Imagine like a flashlight with tentacles on coming off the end of it. That's basically what it looked like. I guess if we are potentially, Tim, going fishing soon, why don't we finally make the aquarium? You can make it. So we need an energy brick. I'm guessing a soil bag for nutrients for it. Some quantum glass and a motor. Or sorry, a pump. 4 quantum glasses and 4 soil bags for this. My goodness, that's expensive. Let's make it. Replenish our soil bags a bit. And our quantum glass. Okay, let's put some of that stuff away. I thought that was an actual other person. Okay, very good. This does need power, so we'll go ahead and make a power outlet for it. I'll make the carbon battery for it. And I think we'll build it down here somewhere. That's probably the safer area to build it. But I want a different structure to go there. Been a while since we've broken down a table. Okay, so there we go. We might have to defend it from enemies. If they walk down here and see it, they will fire upon it. But that will just make things more fun, I guess, for us. Okay, now we just need to power that. Forgot to bring tech scraps. And we'll show you how it works. So, there's a hunkin' handful of them. We could have made this a little while ago, an episode or 2 ago, but I didn't want to use the resources. Now I figured, why not? We have plenty of them. Oh, come on. I can totally do this without needing another cable placed. Alright, there we go. One working aquarium. How's it work? Well, it works pretty much like the fish trap. This game was kind enough not to get rid of our fishing spot. Let's go ahead and fish up this antifish. We put it in our aquarium, and you get to see how it works. So, well, I mean, you'll see in a few seconds, but I guess I feel compelled to describe it because that's apparently what I do in every game I play. Is I talk about the thing you guys can see on screen. I like telling, not showing. It's awful. The fish will just float around in there. But they don't expire to my knowledge, they do not expire inside the aquarium. So it's a much better place to keep them fresh, as it were, than it would be, say, in the refrigerator. I think, though, if they were in the fridge for like days, you can still put them in the aquarium, and they're perfectly fine with that. These fish aren't quite like the fish, that we're used to. Stick them into the fridge for a week, they're still alive. This requires a little bit of thawing out and swimming around in the cool aquarium. It's all good. So all we do is we run up to it, and we use it to open it up and place a fish inside. There it is. Look at it go. This reminds me, for some reason, of a game on the Dreamcast that my brother... I never owned the Dreamcast an age ago, but my brother Dave did. There was this game with like this talking human-faced fish that you could speak to it with like a microphone or something to talk to it and so on. It was very strange. I remember when it was like there was a bunch of those little fish present in the aquarium in that game, and like they began feeding on each other. It was really disturbing, but it was also kind of like really unique that was a thing that happened. Okay, now we took the fishing trap with us because I'm going to move it to a different spot. In fact, I guess we can do that now. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to bait it at that spot yet. Well, I'm still going to want to move it. We'll just stick it out here at the moment. I'm being a little... Why do I do this? Why, viewer, do I be mysterious about some things and then not others? So let's just say. So, turns out, we can go fishing in radioactive pools, I discovered. And in manufacturing, there's a few places where there's a big enough amount of radioactivity, like a small pond of it, that is safe from where the enemies would be. And so, we can get a radfish there, and I'm curious more about what we could get from it. I fished one up the other day on my other server there. I decided, I'm gonna go out and try fishing in every single place that is like a pool of water, or something that resembles water, and see if I can get something from it. And sure enough, you basically can. In every location that has something similar to water, enough of it. I believe that was the case because look at all the empty fish that we can find. Like, there's a whole lot of them. So I began thinking, like, there aren't too many places where they could show up, so it must be in every different type of water, or body of water, or water-like thing, liquid, in this game. Alright, anyway, I'm babbling. So let's go ahead and prep for our trip to Lotaeri, or however we say it. Bonsoir? That sounds more French-like. So we won't need the night pass, because we're going to teleport directly there. We need some cold resistance gear. Our helmet gives us +1 cold resistance, but we need another piece of cold resistance. The Cascade Hauberk will give us one. So we will wear it instead of the breastplate of Hex. This looks pretty cool. Alright, and then, since we have this breastplate, do we have anything to put it on? We need another skeleton. Well, we don't need one, but I like having each individual type of armor on its own skeleton. I'm sure I'm not the only one who likes doing this either. Probably all sorts of people do this. See you, Leic Essence. Have him just stand. That's good enough. Oh, that was me putting that on. Let's run this back over here. I said let's run this back over here, and I did that, but I didn't put it into the crate. Alright, so... we have +2 cold resistance, but we need that third. But we made a trinket to give us that third. There we go. And now we are completely resistant to any cold temperatures. So our trip should be fine, at least temperature-wise. I would like to bring a complete bowl of soup with us in case we're there for a while. It's a good thing in general to do. This gives us an excuse we can make more soup, finally, now that we're down to just 1 bowl of it. But I don't think we have ingredients to make too... oh, do we have any mushrooms left? We barely do. Can we make... let's look really quick. Mushrooms are used in a few soup recipes. I have no raw lava meat. We can make hearty... do we have hearty stew already? We do. Okay, we don't need more hearty stew. I'm thinking about the mushrooms only because they're expiring soon. We can't make whatever this is. We can make this. Super tomato, raw peccary chop, and mushrooms. We just need one of our super tomatoes. Yes! One of our super tomatoes. Where are they again? Okay. So we need one of these. Sorry, this is super important. We need a mushroom. And then, what else do I need? Peccary. Uncooked peccary stew. This can go into our ingredients. Okay, so we should prepare for this trip. We don't know what's over there. I mean, I know what's over there, but technically we don't know. So what would... so... we're not going to bring military weapons. Oh, well, you have so many shotgun shells, Tim. Also, what happened to that? Did we just drop it on the ground? Where did it go? Seriously, what happened to it? Did I drop it in here? I did, okay. I didn't realize I was looking at a chest. Okay, so...
Hey, if you're tired, feel free to lay down. I won't...
so we're bringing our quill rifle and a bunch of ammo for it. This is not enough ammo, to be honest, though. We're gonna need another slot dedicated to it.
I believe I need to defecate.
Viewer, we've talked about this in the comments section a few times. I don't really like games that have, like, well, games that have poop mechanics in it, or restroom needs, or tend not to be ones I like. This is the one exception to that, and I like this game in spite of this, not because of it. I don't really feel this adds very much to it, other than a little bit of toilet humor, pardon the pun. Okay, so if we're going to bring military weapons, let's not bring the grinder. Maybe only bring the shotgun, Tim. Really, we have so many shotgun shells. It's like calling to me that it should be a thing we bring. Because this area is going to be cold, we'll bring thermite Molotovs with us on the off chance they're helpful. We'll bring some Keraspheres too. Depending upon what we fight, they'll give us a chance to use more of them. Oh, why'd I put it there? Oh no! No, I wanted it over there. You're the other bowl of stew. Oh no. I thought it was like a pot of glue for a second, and that 1 second was all it took for me to put it in the wrong spot. Oh, it's gonna annoy me to no end. That doesn't matter. Alright, let's grab some more Kirospheres to bring us up to 8. We would probably want a melee weapon of some sort. It's only 18 damage for the welding spear. Could bring a blunt weapon. Their explosive sledge? It uses so much stamina, though. I like not to bring a shield. We could make that new harpoon and just give that a try. What does it take to make one of them? It's the last of our magnetic alloys. It does 35 damage though. Let's make it. Give it a try. You can also chop up remains, that's useful. What does it take to repair it? Magnetic alloy, oh that's awful. Okay. We can get away with bringing some duct tape, I suppose. So this once again is using up more of our inventory spots. You sure about that, Tim? I just like bringing another weapon, but that was gonna range weapon. But then I'm gonna need more inventory spots for it, the ammo for it. Unless you bring the lightning thrower.
Containment failure. Please make your
No, I think we'll bring
defense sector by any means
the mag bow.
Have an efficient and effective engine.
Oh my goodness, that's not a lot of empty spots. But we want everything else we've got. I guess we can put something into slot 7. That should probably be the other grenades. Okay, so we're set to go, viewer. So next episode, we'll head on over to the new portal and see what's on the other side of it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it was entertaining. And I will see you guys next one. Take care, everyone.